Warning, warning. 3 idiots are finishing Happy Appy over the intercoms. Please cover your ears and await further instructions.
Hello. Welcome back to Discovering TD. We are back for the grand finale of the Happy Apple experience. Happy Appy.
This is it. This is the last of Happy Appy you're getting.
This was not my decision.
This is we're in the ending. We're in the home stretch now.
I just want to clarify that this was all their decision, not mine.
This is
I'm
so fun.
advocating.
This is like when people are talking about like the Witcher show, and they're like, he wanted to make a good show, but the writers thought they could do better. Dude wanted to be accurate to Happy Appy.
I did. I wanted to be respectful to the lore and not insert all of these women and minorities into the Happy Appy adaptation, but unfortunately the woke left has stopped me from respecting the lore. I don't know. I keep seeing AI edits of like him like in front of like a whiteboard, and he's like explaining lore to like a caricature of like a screaming woman with like big glasses.
Who's
Henry Cavill?
Oh.
You know, he's like the whole like, I'm the nerd actor. I wanted to make a good show, you guys, but they wouldn't let me.
All of the all the Warhammer fans are like, he's guarding the lore. He's the protector of the lore. Everything's about the lore now. The lore.
I
The
don't
lore.
I think
the worst part is
pathetic.
If you go to any like actual game store, the people that play Warhammer are the coolest people you ever meet. It's all just like right wing LARPers on the internet that like are the loudest like group.
I've never met a Warhammer fan that I liked.
Go to literally any local game store where you play Magic or whatever, and I promise you it's going to be like 50, maybe not 50, probably like 20 to 30% like trans people, and then like everyone else is just generally chill.
I don't understand like the Warhammer game. What do you do? What are you doing?
Well, it's a
skirmish game. So you have like an army of units, and then each person's turn is they move their units and have them take actions. Usually back and forth, you each move one unit, and then you like go in rounds until you kill the enemies or you like meet some objective in the war game.
Oh, okay. You save Western society.
Yes, yeah. You let the West
for the Imperium, rise. I guess.
The game itself actually does look really cool. It's just you know, it's got a certain reputation to it where people just want to tell you how many millions and millions of space marines fought on the planet of the Tyranids or whatever. Like,
you're gonna break Good Day's heart if I don't stop you. Good Day loves reading the Warhammer books. He's like genuinely, it's his favorite. So you can't be too mean.
There's so many dumb things that I've heard about that series because it's all like tongue in cheek. You know, I like that aspect of it, but it's just there's also like an aspect of it that's like serious, 100%. It's really it's weird.
It sort of annoys me when like there's like something with an alien in it. You'll get people where it's like, yeah, for the Imperium, fuck you, alien scum. Yeah. It's like you know it's not real and. That's not real, and you're not real, right?
Yeah, it's just a game actually with
Look
toys.
At your hands, the transparent.
Nah, Warhammer's cool. I don't mean to throw shade at Warhammer.
No, you're right. It absolutely has a reputation, though. There's definitely a group of people it's become associated with.
You can say good, eh?
Not good. It is not a child. All the cool people, all the ball knowers are playing.
Good slander.
They're all playing small scale skirmish games like BattleTech and Trench Crusade. They're not playing like war because like Warhammer. If you play a proper Warhammer game, because there's different army size like games. If you play a proper Warhammer game, that's like your day.
Yeah,
like you plan a day and you're like, all right, Saturdays for this Warhammer game.
I don't and then do that like ever.
Then you have to spend another day putting together your army because if you show up with unpainted models, everyone's gonna laugh at you.
Yeah, but I have lore. They got something in the colorless dimension.
they got sucked into the chaos vortex. Actually,
this is, half the hobby is like
what you didn't read the Black Library books that came out this week. The 40 Black Library books that came out this week. There's lore in them.
To be fair, if you never painted a mini, it's actually really fun and calming. Maybe that's an autism thing, but I really
I like painting. Yeah, I like miniatures and all that kind of stuff.
It's hella cool.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that, though. We are 5 minutes in and have not read any Happy Happy.
I wonder why.
The episode is ending.
Happy time.
Yeah, August 24th, 2011. Fucking, let's do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you start us off?
Begin then.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
Well, you wanted to. We were happily talking about what?
Yeah. We were talking about the
Today,
lore.
the same person who uploaded the Kevin Christensen
That's August
interview on
24th,
YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
I'm trying to read right now.
Sorry, I thought you said August 23rd. Sorry. Don't growl at me. Hey.
I'm the MGM lion, the way I growl at you.
Did you know they tortured that thing to make movies?
They did, yeah. They had him strapped to like a rack. I saw a picture of it.
The sound into like video images to make it, and they make a film out of it.
Mm-hmm. I saw a picture of this as a child, and it was real.
This is Happy Lion.
It was my project.
Today, the same person who uploaded the Kevin Christensen interview on YouTube added a new interview. This time, it was Jim Forrester being interviewed. He worked on some of the scripts for Happy Happy, including Nate Needs Help. So, were you one of the script writers for Happy Happy?
No.
Unfortunately, yes. Do you know what happened to
no.
Happy Happy? Well, we actually managed to pull off a third of the first season just fine without any complaints whatsoever. We were all ready to begin the other thirds when we were canceled.
I love the way he phrased like no one thought they could make Happy Happy work in live action.
Why was the show canceled? An accident happened. Wait, an accident happened? What kind of accident could cause the show's cancellation? During a break we did to get the employees some resting time, we made a joke episode for fun. The episode in question had 2 smoldering towers which were on fire. Looking at it now, it reminds me way too much of 9/11. The episode was aired because someone managed to sneak a tape and broadcast it on Noggin. And poof, the show was cancelled. Good riddance. That's not how it works!
More evidence that they think there's like a big machine that just airs the episode where you put a disc in.
Put the tape in! Do you know who broadcasted it? No. The only person I think that would broadcast it is... I forgot! It's been 10 years ago.
My memories. What are you doing to my memories?
I'm picturing like a Mr. Boss style like freak out where he's like,
leave me alone!
Why is it there's no one ever like investigated once their show got cancelled and they all lost their jobs?
I can understand, Jim. Anyways, there's one last question. Who was the director of the show? I don't know who the director is as well, but I can tell you one thing.
You're the right
He's most likely dead. This makes no sense. The more you read this series, nothing makes any sense. August 27th. One of you read
Who are you
it.
passing the ball to? Me?
To you, Dune, yeah.
Right. Today, I found a torrent of another episode of Happy Happy. Jesus Christ, the show was never lost media. This guy just didn't fucking look.
The one yard.c, you'll find it.
Called Mean Miranda / Happy's Van Breaks. Mean Miranda's plot was about boys no older or younger than 6 to 8 getting bullied by a teenage girl named Miranda. Happy gives the kids bandages and advice to help them. He keeps getting progressively angrier when the episode goes on, starting from being slightly irritated to being extremely pissed off.
He's got veins bulging on his apple head. He looks like Frog. He's like,
Happy coldly says, "Bully one more kid and you'll get a surprise, Miranda." See, I'm not even doing the voice anymore. Like, there's no effort to put into this anymore. She almost mockingly kicks a boy in the leg, and Happy gets in his van and drives it at her. So once again, he's kind of like sticking up for these kids. He's not a bad guy.
Anti-hero.
Yeah. Right before
he's
the van. Yeah, like the Punisher, exactly. Every time I see a cop, they always have a Happy Happy sticker on the back of their police cruiser.
The thin green stem.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Johnny Appleseed, we stand for the seed.
Right before the van runs over Miranda, the episode cuts into the credits with promos for Franklin and Blue's Clues.
I'm sure they were thrilled.
Happy's van break starts with the intro and immediately goes into the episode. Happy is putting a bandage on a kid's bruise when he notices that his van's engine is billowing smoke. He runs to it and notices that a part of the van's engine broke. Happy steals a mechanic's toolbox and gets to work on the engine. when Happy Happy works on the engine, a kid hits a soccer ball and it accidentally bounces off of Happy's head.
He's having a fucking day.
Yeah, right? Angered, he gets a wrench, runs off screen, and beats a kid to death with it. He goes back and repairs the engines, replaces the coolant, and changes the oil. He's just trying to fucking fix his 1997 Ford White Star here. While helping more kids get around the playground, the mechanic, in response to his toolbox getting stolen, breaks Happy's engine. Happy gets pissed. He's pissed. And chases the mechanic in a POV shot.
Who's POV? Happy's? So I got an Apple filter.
Apple Vision?
Apple Vision target lock. Like
I'd imagine it's like a little like fucking like one of those like when they put a GoPro on like a dog or like a squirrel.
The annoying orange like pops up in the corner like careful A.
Careful A. Eventually, Happy grabs the mechanic and stabs the back of his head with a screwdriver several times before the episode cuts out. Oddly, the chase scene didn't have Happy's hands in it, but someone's arms painted red, possibly because he's not a real apple.
He's not a real guy. We don't need the fucking list.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about the list. I'll skip the list, please.
Yeah, we're skipping the fucking list. Alright, you got this one.
Okay, my turn. August 28th, 2011. Remember when I got those tapes from the now demolished studios? I do remember. Well, I bought a small projector so that I could play the tapes to find out more about them. And like what I saw when I closely inspected the tapes, there were more changes than I thought they had. Here's a list of what I could find in them. Happy's Vacation has stock beach music playing in the background of the beach scenes, while my former copy did not. I guess my old copies were the work prints. Also, Happy sounds slightly different.
Oh, who the fuck cares?
Now he's voiced by Patrick Warburton. That's natural, children. Hurts Happy has the apple in the healing scene replaced with a tomato. I think this proves my theory that the apple thing was a mistake done by the producers. People have died. This is what he cares about. This is what he made a theory about. Happy Goes to School has an entire removed scene with a song in it, taking place between the math and science scenes. It involves Happy going into a social studies class and finding a kid struggling with his homework about the American Revolution. Happy tells the kid to watch what the teacher is going to put on, which is the segment of Schoolhouse Rock about the American Revolution. So he watched that clip from Schoolhouse Rock in the
show.
Happy Happy.
Yeah, it was like Inception.
That feels like a copyright violation.
Maybe that's why I got to.
It's like they pioneered fucking React content.
We don't know why the show was canceled. It was actually a copyright violation.
The boo-boo scene in Nate Needs Help is a lot shorter and overall less weird.
Oh, that's good.
And guess who I saw today? It was Forensic, as usual. Guess who I ran into? Unlike most times, I got a good look at a part of his face. Well, to put it shortly, he might be a human. Might be.
Oh, they're so gay for each other.
I do.
He's quite the man.
I do really love how Forensic is just like he's a guy in this guy's life now. Like he just doesn't no threat whatsoever. He runs into him.
It's like that fucking image that's like, oh, Manuel, I tried to kill you 2 times during this pandemic, and now you become
the fucking rat.
Friend. It's like I think I say it every episode, but I imagine like a smiling Friends character running around at like Mach 10.
Right.
Right,
Skipper, that's you.
What happened on September the 2nd, 2011. We're coming towards that anniversary.
We have to get to that date.
I found while searching torrents for Happy Happy
that date seemed the New York incident.
Shut the fuck up. An intact version of the Happy Happy movie's bonus features. Visually, it wasn't good. It was just a simple menu with a white background. There was one bonus feature, creating a Happy Happy episode. There's no way. I downloaded and watched it. It was around 30 minutes long, and like the title says, showed the making of a new episode which wasn't released, called Happy Meets the Roo Bears, where Happy Happy's in a crossover with Aphex Twin.
What?
According to...
Aphex Twin?
According to... What the hell is Aphex? I'm Googling it.
Aphex Twin is an electronic music group.
Oh my god.
This is like an actual, like very auteur project, as they say. I really doubt that the writer of fucking Happy Appy would know what Aphex Twin is, but
I don't even know who their director is. Dom.
Right. This is amazing.
According to a worker, the episode would have been somewhere in season 2. Here's what happens according to the clip shown. Happy is in the playground when he sees a watered-down Roo Bear running around. Happy asks who he is. The Roo Bear does not respond. Richard drives in his long limo from Window Liquor. Happy and a Roo Bear heal a kid who accidentally hit his head on the swings. What is a Roo Bear?
It's weird that you need like prior knowledge from Aphex Twin to understand this part of the creepypasta. Do you think it's gonna be relevant?
Yeah, I think it's this thing. And he spelled it.
Show me.
Rhubarb.
To be honest,
one of these things from the music video.
Oh, that death smile.
Yeah.
Do you think that's where they got the idea for the death smile from?
Ooh, it's actually possible.
And then
to be honest, I don't think Aphex Twin in a kid's show isn't as weird as, say, Jack Black and Sesame Street. It's just me, though.
No, it's pretty fucking weird.
Why is he defending Happy Happy?
You just wanted to write it.
He's like, every other time he's like, this show's so fucked up and evil. I don't think it's weird that Aphex Twin was in it, though.
All right, 10. Dead Dune.
I'll take it. Maybe the whole Aphex Twin thing might indicate that this was like an Adult Swim show at first, and everybody behind it knew what they were doing. They were like, "Oh, we got to get all these artists on."
How could they know that? They don't even know who the director is.
They put the wrong episodes in on the big TV machine, Tan. It was on the wrong channel.
But the writer didn't know who the director was.
Everybody thought it was a deeply creative.
Do you think
project.
it was Forensic?
Oh, it might have been Forensic.
Am I actually speculating who the director was?
September 3rd, 2011. Okay, there are two things I want to talk about in this blog post. First off, I've heard a rumor that there's an actual episode of season 2 intact, and fucking, of course you did. The show was never lost.
Found media.
But it's a very incomplete fan restoration, around 15% complete. I'm just going to say this now, but why would this show have fans?
Who knows?
I can understand liking the more appropriate episodes, but...
What's there to like?
There's a lot to like. There's a lot to like. Again, I think...
You say that, but people
am I sick of Happy Happy? I didn't realize until just now.
My theory is that this was an Adult Swim show that, they accidentally broadcasted on the wrong network. Anyways,
except Adult Swim is Cartoon Network and this is Nickelodeon.
Well, the TV machine gets mixed up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the rumors they have a TV machine where all the networks plug in and they broadcast from the same machine. Darnell.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's how it works. Anyways, the rumor states that it was the very first episode of season 2 called Camp Ah. In it starts with the intro, as always, but with some differences.
Fucking island name.
First off, Happy didn't dance in the intro.
My name is Forensic.
But starred the new main characters, sort of like the CSI intro. As for the main characters, they are Happy himself, a man in a ski mask called Napoleon, and a little boy named Danny. I had a weird feeling that Napoleon could actually be Forensic in a different outfit.
Based on what?
After that, it cuts to a scene where Happy Happy is in his van, but there are 2 girls in the passenger seats. The girls are only clay apple heads on sticks with no arms or stems.
Happy Happy's fucking cooked. They're introducing his kids' characters in season 2.
Yeah. It's like...
We're getting axed.
Like the female Yoda in the Phantom Menace, like Yaddle.
But I just mean as like the Jump the Shark, introducing more Happy Apple characters.
After driving for a while, the van parks in a camp. Happy gets a washcloth and he and the girls sit on it. For a while, they just sit on the cloth, staring at the sky. After a few seconds, another apple appears. Oh my god, there's more apples? Looking like a stereotypical beach jock. Happy says, "Move it, ladies." Although the quality makes it sound like "move it, leddies." Again, there's so many fucking details that just mean nothing.
What's Forensic up to? He's killing people?
He's hanging out in this guy's garage, and occasionally when he goes out to get a water, he'll see him. He waves high. The second thing is that Happy Happy does not have an IMDb page. The page some people are mistaking for it is actually a TV show called The Happy Apple. I can understand why people would think it would be related to Happy Appy. Happy Appy being the rarely used full title of Happy Apple being the rarely used full title of Happy Appy. When I mean rarely used, I mean rarely used. It was only used once on a TV Guide preview. But about the Happy Apple, it's from the 1980s. How can you confuse a TV show from the 80s about an insurance company with a noggin TV show from the 1990s that has imagery of 9/11? What the hell? What were they thinking?
He feels like he hates his fan base. The creepypasta.
And don't even get me started on the Appaloosa horses. Just don't. I don't know. This is going nowhere. I
think most Happy Appy fans read up to the 9/11 and they were like, "That's good enough."
This is good enough. Yeah, that kind of dude. It's like when people read up to like Ennie's Lobby for One Piece or Marineford and they cut it off there.
me as hell. That's literally what I did.
September 4th, 2011. We're going day by day. I do think something's going to happen on that day.
Oh, we have to, yeah, on that day.
I finished decoding the sound clip, and well, when I began to decode it, I just heard static with some odd noises here and there. I tried reversing it, changing the pitch, slowing the speed, and adding volume with some successful results. At first, it was just the sound of Happy Appy laughing. It wasn't a regular laugh, however, one that sounded like he was injured. A death laugh, perhaps?
He's death laughing.
Soon after that, Happy started screaming, and you could also hear someone else laughing. Like Happy, it sounded like the person that had begun to laugh was also injured. I guess it's a child struggling against a murderous Happy Appy headcanon, but it could be damn near anybody.
Oh my god.
His first fucking line.
September 5th, 2011. After 16 pages of a Google search, I found someone who said that they were a member of the staff who made Happy Appy.
What does that mean? You just hit next.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the
What were the other 15 pages full of? Is my question on Happy Appy.
It was all Happy Appy information that this guy just never saw before because he didn't bother to look.
Happy Appy fandom wiki.
Yeah.
I was excited, so I got their address so I could meet them in person. It took a long time because the directions they gave me required me to go through a lonely dirt road, and I thought that I would get my shoes dirty. Hey, can't be too cautious, can I? Well, anyway, I was at an angle where I could see the person who was standing near his house. I was right about to yell out to them, but I got a closer look and freaked out. It was Forensic, standing near the house right behind the corner of a building I was about to pass. If I had passed it, Forensic would have caught me off guard and stabbed me to death. I don't know why Forensic had set this up, but he's definitely out to get me. He was still looking at the way that I was supposed to have come through and quickly checking his watch, so he didn't see me yet. He was a human.
He's like, what the fuck is he?
Look, I know
this weird...
I know I hang out in his garage all day, but...
He was wearing this weird mask that looked like a happy baby, and the mouth would often move, giving the impression that he was literally a baby face. His arms were bone skinny, and it looked like he needed to put on 20 pounds to be considered barely underweight. He started getting more and more nervous and thinking that I wasn't going to show up. What was also of note was that, do you think Forensic, because he reads this blog, is like seething?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's right there, dude.
I know where you are at all times, but I can't get you.
Stupid.
What was also of note was that near the house there was a van that was very similar to the one that Happy rode.
Was it a Ford Woodstock?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. I ran off and went back to my house to tell you about this near-death experience. It'll probably happen more and more often.
You're so accepting.
Alright, dude, I feel like you got a twofer on your hands.
Okay, yeah. Since I was freaked out by Forensic, and it is nearing 9/11, I rewatched the Towers episode again. When I played it, I could hear that faint whining noise in the background of the famous scene, and I instantly recognized it as a much quieter version of the decoded sound I was talking about 2 days ago. I don't know why that was playing, was in there, but it was. I still can't imagine out what could match that audio clip. This is starting to get like mechanically incoherent.
I still can't imagine out what could match that audio.
September 7th, 2011. I finally figured out what the sound clip is. While I was out getting my groceries, it came to me that the voice wasn't Happy's. Sounded a lot like Forensic.
Do we know what Forensic sounds like?
Well, no.
Exchanged words with him?
We heard him
sounds
type.
like Sans Undertale.
Yeah. He typed on the blog, so we could just make assumptions, I guess. Quickly, I came up with the idea that the sound clip was Forensic fighting with Happy Happy.
I'd love to see that
incident.
fight. It's like Gojo versus Sukuna.
Yeah, right? I don't know why he would fight Happy, an inanimate clay puppet who is 3 tiers above him, unless he had some sort of mental condition.
Omniversal tier.
While I was on my way home, I saw a police car with its lights on and sirens blaring, so I followed it. When the police car stopped, I saw the cops leave the car quickly and run after a thin figure, which dropped a gun and something red. It was none other than the Happy Happy puppet.
Fleeing for his life.
With some dirt on it. I could have sworn that I saw Happy's mouth moving, but I was so freaked out that I wasn't sure if Happy's mouth was moving or not. Suddenly, it came to me that if this figurine was the one that I owned, Forensic must have broken into my house. He did that before.
He lives there.
He lives there. Before the police came back, I got into my car and went back home. Thankfully, it was unscathed, but one of the front windows was open. Once I got in, I shut the window and looked for the Happy Happy puppet.
So presumably they didn't catch him like breaking into the house since there's no one here. They just like found him running through the street with a gun and a Happy Happy puppet.
However, it was nowhere to be found. After I write this blog post and go to bed, I'm buying a nice knife as soon as I can. Well, there you go.
This guy's just as bad as Forensic. It's toxic.
We're getting closer to the New York incident.
We're not gonna call 9/11 the New York incident. Okay, that's not what we're gonna do.
That is the episode title, though.
I just sensed Osama's presence. What the hell is happening in Manhattan?
What the hell is happening Oh wait, I just realized New York's the Big Apple.
Oh fuck, yeah, it is.
Do you think that's
the thematic connections go deeper than we realize?
It's like you're fighting Happy Happy. He's like, wait, I just realized I'm in his domain.
Domain expansion, the Big Apple.
The Big Apple.
Holy
like other domain expansions. It's really strong. September 9th, 2011. I'm not sure how, but maybe the audio Forensic and Happy was planned to be in a future episode of Happy Happy and got mixed up while they were putting the sound and music in.
That's awesome.
They make a lot of mistakes in the Happy
fight.
You know why all these things happen? Because the director's not fucking around.
That's right.
Maybe there isn't one.
Yeah. People are just like making garbage.
If you have tinnitus ear rigging, do this immediately, by the way. Was Forensic around while Happy Happy was being made and put himself in one of the episodes because he was in the staff? It's like that Powerpuff Girls. Right?
Oh, no.
Right. I forgot about that.
The Happy Happy self-ship.
Or did he get so much infamy during the time that the producers decided that he was perfect material to mock? I still can't put this together. Is that the kind of show Happy Happy is? Is it like fucking roast people?
I think so.
I don't know.
Miranda must have been like a real fucker.
Right.
There's some good news about Forensic, though. To quote from today's newspaper, a crazed maniac was arrested last night after a robbery at a firearms store, a home break-in, use of firearms without a permit, linkage to various murders, and evading arrests in order of severity. Some days I ask myself why I chose to get involved in Happy Happy.
I love how he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a detective, and he's like, "Thank God the other cop solved my problem."
Right.
I think he forgot that he wrote that he's a cop.
So Dean, you don't know this, but we were looking up theories earlier, and I think one of the theories people have is that Garrison is not actually a detective; he's just a weirdo on the internet, and he said that so people won't judge him.
I like that. Yeah, that would make sense considering that he was literally never alluded to being a detective once, other than the time that he mentioned that he was a detective.
Yeah, seems like a weird character trait to just ignore during this mystery.
I love it though.
He's yet to solve a single problem. He's just like, what is going on? I'm being attacked. September 10th, 2011. Oh, that means, Dean, you get to be Big 11.
I can't wait.
Well, tomorrow's going to be the 10th. Tomorrow's going to be the 10th year since 9/11. Oh, joy. In all seriousness, I have too many thoughts in my head right now. Will I be visited by forensic again, or will I be murdered in my sleep? Will my house burn down again, or will I have a normal day for once? I'm not going to make a post on September 11th, but on September 12th.
What the fuck?
Oh, and here's another revision of the list with season 2's two unreleased episodes.
We don't care about the fucking
yeah, I'm
list.
not reading this. Oh, look who lied! I love how this GIF was very poorly made, so you could not tell it's a GIF. You have to really stare at it.
Yeah, it's a jump scare. September 11th, 2011. The New York incident. I know I'm not supposed to make a post on September 11th, but I really had to get this post out. Yeah. While holding a candlelight vigil. Last night, a certain someone went on my computer today. I thought they arrested him.
He got out on bail.
They couldn't catch him for any actual crimes that would hold up in court. Like Jigsaw, he got off. Can't hold anything against him in the Saw movies. It was the puppet. Luckily, the only things that Forensic did was add 3 photos, a notepad file, and a badly distorted sound clip. The images in notepad file were made today during 2:20 to 2:30 a.m., and the sound clip was created on July 14th of this year. All the images were made using Paint, and had the file name image 1 to image 3.
Do you think he made them really quickly on the computer? He didn't bring them with him.
Well, the next line is, and they were all badly drawn. Considering Forensic wears a gas mask and has long, skinny fingers not fit to use my mouse, I knew they wouldn't be in good quality.
Jesus, he's trying. Your fucking fingers aren't fit to touch my mouse.
I'm going to be honest. I think, Tan, your Aethereal Space art mog's the happy art.
I would fucking hope so.
The first image was Happy smiling on a dark red background with a knife in one hand and words that say, "That's natural, children." I found out that this one was actually a GIF and not a PNG. I stared at it for one frame. Happy had blood on his teeth and knife, and you could see that for one frame right there. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
The second image is the only one that does not show something. Okay. It is in fact...
So it's not an image.
It is a second...
He put it in the wrong file extension. He fucked it up.
It is in fact a portion of the song "They're Coming to Take Me Away." Haha. I seriously want to know what the connection is between Napoleon the 24th and Happy / Forensic. Is it that they're both disturbing to listen to? Or is there something else that I don't understand?
It's Napoleon the 14th, by the way.
Oh.
The 24th.
Yeah, whatever. The last image is more notable than the rest. It was Forensic standing behind a black background which has "I'll find you" in red. The reason why this photo is most notable is that it shows Forensic's long, sexy, pale neck. And his grey clothes and his unusual gas mask.
His iconic gas mask.
His iconic gas mask.
Yeah.
It's actually more high quality than the other photo I took of him, even though the picture is quite bland. However, it doesn't show his filters, which is odd. Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
His gas mask filters, like the little...
Oh, right, right.
I was just looking at his picture, I can feel the aura, to be honest.
Right, yeah, it's pretty good. The notepad file contained another gibberish string. It's a bunch of letters. Why do I keep seeing these gibberish strings? Are they a secret code of some sort that Forensic wants me to crack? Steam code.
It's a happy.
You put it in Fortnite and you get the Ishigo skin.
Forensic just wants someone to play games with him, man. I feel bad.
This is Lethal Company.
Lethal Company. Oh yes, about the sound clip. It starts off with a bunch of ambience that sounds like it could belong in a factory. There was metal banging, steam blowing, all that stuff, and it might be possible that this was just some sort of distortion. In the background, I heard a person walking, kicking over an empty tin can. After this, I heard a voice that sounded like someone beginning to say stop before it goes to static for the rest of the clip. My best guess of what this sound clip could be is Forensic killing someone, but at the date the sound file was made, which is on the 12th of July, could this sound file be related to Trestigny? I somewhat doubt it, to be honest.
He just doesn't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, he's probably killing someone.
He doesn't care. World's greatest detective.
Apparently this guy's name is Garrison. He's one of those evil fictional characters. Oh, is this me?
Yeah.
September 12th, 2011, the day after the New York incident. Today
This
was
has
one
to
of the
be
worst
it.
days.
Look how
I have
long
ever
this one
had.
is. Oh my god.
you planned this. Today was one of the worst days I have ever had. But at the same time, it was also one of the best. It's like Sinners. It's going to be like Sinners.
Yeah, like Charles Dickens. It was the best of
Until the
times. It
sun
was the
went
worst of
down.
times.
Forensic.
Wait, hold
That was
on.
the best
Dan,
day
I
of
need
my
you to
life.
scroll and look how long this fucking
That's
day
what I just said.
You
This has to be the last
You
one. This has to be it.
This is the ending.
This is the last entry. We're going to treat this
Give me
like the
your
ending.
It all started when I was coming home after getting late night groceries on September 11th. When I noticed Forensic was crossing the road to my house. He's a fucking menace. Knowing that he would try to burn down my house again or steal something, I sped up and had the car ram at him at full force.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
This is going to sound American. Now, I normally would never say this because I would say, talk to the police or like find other solutions. But at this point, if you're an American and a supposed detective and all this is happening, I feel like maybe it's time to bring out your service weapon. Like,
He rammed him with his car.
Have one.
it's just like, oh, this guy keeps trying to stab me. Good thing he didn't. It's like, don't you have a gun?
Forensics
Come on,
like
He's so
dude.
fucking passive about it until now.
Forensics like, did you get the Steam code I sent you? I want to play lethal.
I want to play Age of Empires 3.
You don't like Steam? I heard a couple of bones breaking, and I knew I must have injured or possibly killed him.
Hell yeah.
So I grabbed a flashlight and got out of my car, and to my surprise, I couldn't find Forensic. This is like Breaking Bad. He's in the river. He's like, shut the fuck up and let me die in peace. And then we made a trail of blood which pointed to where he went, so I followed the blood. The trail led me to the nearby forest a couple of miles out. How far did he go?
Oh my god.
It's a trail of blood for miles. I had doubts about this. Forensic had run off into the woods and was probably ready to attack me if I go too deep into it. He's like he's like a hunter now. I put those thoughts aside since I knew I had to kill Forensic in one way or another. So I got my knife from my car and went into the forest. This guy's a psycho. The blood stopped at a dirt trail, and a few meters from it was a sign. The letters were faded, but I shined a light on the sign, and it read John Wilkinson Summer Camp. Is he gonna, like, by accident become like the slasher villain now, menacing a camp?
Right.
He's like, I'm looking for Happy, like killing everyone in the way. The John Wilkinson Summer Camp opened P in 1996. The owner of the summer camp was, unsurprisingly, John Wilkinson, a 35-year-old man who had a mild case of schizophrenia.
This reads like the JoJo narrator doing an aside.
Yeah, zooms out. Here's a little story from the past.
Right.
For years, it was a very popular summer camp. Kids kept coming to it, with some coming all the way from Maine and the United Kingdom. Those are two very specific and very different places. Unfortunately, in 2004, John Wilkinson's worsening schizophrenia reached a peak, and around 2 a.m, John got an axe, went into log cabins, and killed 6 children before disappearing into the woods. Is that what schizophrenia does? You just go murderous one day?
Mm-hmm.
This is like a 10 years old understanding of this shit. Okay. I also suspect that the person who wrote this was a kid who lived in Maine or the United Kingdom.
Right.
So what do you know about Maine, Tan?
Well, I just mean that because that's the 2 places they named.
Yeah. Well, Maine is the state that's like,
right
above
Stephen
New
King
York.
lives.
It's right above New York, so a lot of people who live in Maine like work or like go to New York for school or whatever.
Do you think John
They
Wilkinson
commute.
did?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I thought you were going to tie that back into the content of the story. You just gave me a little fun fact.
No, I just mean like that would make sense why this is all based in New York if he's like from Maine.
Is it based in New York?
No.
The story, like 9/11, all the shit going on in New York.
Well, I mean, that happened, that was like a global thing.
My theory it was New York's 9/11.
My theory is that the person who wrote this was Russian, because in the first entry, you get like this Eastern European alternate language title for Happy Happy. Do you remember this? It's in like Russian or whatever.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why would anyone include that?
So I think so. Theory is a Russian Americaboo / Britaboo.
Yes,
maybe.
The summer camp closed down, and the case remains cold to this day. What I mean, it remains cold. John Wilkinson did it, and they went into disappeared in the woods. They know who did it, right? Is it not a cold case? I went up the dirt road to the summer camp, which was an overgrown grove. Over the years, the summer camp deteriorated, letting various moss and fungus grow on the rotting wood of the old cabins. I went into A first. Just for reference, the cabin series are A, 16 to 18 years olds, B, 13 to 15 year olds. See, this really is reading like JoJo now, when you can tell he's done like a bunch of research on an extremely specific subject. Like, well, I can do a stand fight from this.
This is the chapter that never ends.
10 to 12 years old, and D, 7 to 9 years old. It looked like a regular cabin, minus the fact that blood was on the walls, bed was undone, some of the wood was rotting, and there was an axe stuck on the wall.
that might be one of my favorite lines.
Obviously, since an axe is a better weapon than a knife, I took it.
Oh, okay. I just grabbed the bloodied axe, the murder weapon, whatever.
Like, fuck imagine it fades to black. It got to him like taking it off the wall. Like, I can use this.
Focus
my
G.
fingerprints over it.
I went to be an axe the door down.
Happy's got you roped up in this all too, huh?
I went to B and axe the door down. It was the same as A minus the axe. Imagine if it was exactly the same. There was another axe in that wall. He takes that one too. C was the same. He is a bit like Jason right now. He's like axing down doors to find forensic. Forensic's like cowering in a corner, bleeding out. C was the same. Finally, axed down D's door. As I walked in, I noticed the sound of a generator running. This is like remember Friday the 13th, the game, Daniel?
I do.
This is like
god. Dude, can we still play that? I think they took the server down.
Yeah, I think it's like fan service, but can you not just... Isn't that exactly what's happening right now?
Yeah, literally.
As I walked in, I noticed the sound of a generator running.
Guy who watched Friday the 13th and wrote his creepypasta.
Knowing that this room was different from the rest, I turned the lights on. I wish I hadn't, because as soon as the odd light flickered on, I was horrified by what I had seen. On the walls at the back of the cabin were the mutilated bodies of Kevin Christensen, Trestanier, and Miranda, the fictional character.
Miranda.
One of these is a fictional character from the show, and the other two are like real people. Held up by meat hooks. I was completely paralysed in fear for a minute. My breathing became more rapid, my heartbeat sped up, and I started sweating. Behind me, I heard an all-too-familiar slithering voice with what sounded like an East Coast accent. What's an East Coast accent?
I think he means like a Jersey accent.
It would be like, hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah.
I'm walking.
Get out of my way.
Do you like my trophies? I jumped at the sudden voice and sharply turned around. It was none other than Forensic, with a dull, rusty butcher knife. He was wearing a black butcher's robe, heavy winter clothing, and of course his iconic gas mask.
His trademark iconic gas mask.
Go on, Garrison. Go and take a closer look at my trophies. You know you wanna out of your sick, morbid, but somehow natural curiosity.
Yeah, think Joey Wheeler English.
Right.
This East Coast.
He's like, you
know you wanna out of your sick, morbid, but somehow natural curiosity.
No, when he said that, I was both horrified and intrigued. Toxic Gary. Even though I had a paralysing fear, I walked up slowly to the body of Kevin Christensen. It's going to end with him becoming like a crazy serial killer too. And then he kisses him.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. And then they take their feet out of their shoes. Mm-hmm. That'd be crazy.
And they've been running so long, like all stinky.
Yeah, they interlock toes, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
Hold on, Happy's good again?
Hold on, 2 more episodes. Let's see what the game is. His body had 3 slice marks on his chest. He should have peeled him like an apple.
Yeah.
Half of the skull on his face was gone, he did! And various nails were rammed into his body in such graphic ways that I can't mention it. You can say in the balls. His jaw was positioned to make it look like he was laughing at something. I had to stop Forensic from killing any more people in this horrible way. Do it more humanely. There was a half-broken mirror next to Kevin's body. I picked up with my shaking hand and saw Forensic sitting down a chair, preparing to sharpen the rusty knife of a large grounding wheel. So, Forensic cheerfully said, you found me at last. Congratulations, Garrison. You deserve an award. Do you want to know what it is? That's how he means reward.
Yeah.
He's also, you found me at last. He didn't really. He saw you at his house. Like, he timed it wrong. You fucked up. You were walking across the street and said, well, oh, fuck. It's like fucking that scene in Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
What the hell did you do with them? I yelled, even though it wasn't what Forensic was expecting. It seemed like the only thing I could say to him. Well, since you asked, Forensic will tell you what he did. He is a JoJo villain now.
He does.
He's gonna Forensic that. Forensic said as he got up to stretch his arms. But first, I'll tell you the reward. It's a knife to the throat. He laughed, which turned from a somewhat girly giggle to a psychopathic laugh. After catching his breath, he said, to put a long story short, they were people who had annoyed me to a certain extent, capiche? First off, Kevin Christensen deserved his natural fate because he kept calling me slow, and I can't say the other word because it's a slur. I personally got offended by that. So when you were still woke? So when you were still watching those 10 episodes, I managed to find and kill him. I watched you enter the house with that photo of Happy in the bushes. After that, he sat down again and kept sharpening on the dialogue tree to get all of it. I could barely say, what about Tristan and Miranda? Ugh, don't mention Tristan, yay. He was a foolish little kid who was the voice of Happy. I don't know why they got a teenager to voice Happy, even though I should have done it. Feels natural, wouldn't you say? Just like good old 9/11. Also, he's much ruder than Christensen, but not as bad as Miranda. So, who told you about Tristan's death? Was it Jim Forrester? Is it? I was shocked, but I slowly nodded my head. Snitch. Forensic put a nice sharpened knife to one side and began to sharpen another dull knife. The animation's leaving. It's like fucking New Vegas when you've got like Joshua Graham reloaded all the fucking guns. Sun Lee talked in a rather deadpan voice. I know he'd tell you about his death. I mean, you do report the deaths of the employees of Happy, right? What the fuck did he just say? What does that mean? I slowly nodded my head again. He sighed and said, well, I guess that's okay with me. Tell the world that employees of a once famous Nickelodeon show are dying. Forensic slouched over and sighed again. It's not that big a deal, to be honest. I think he's overestimating how many people liked Happy.
He's starting to sharpen another knife.
He perked up and said worriedly, oh, I got distracted. Finally, there's Miranda. Well, you see, Happy didn't kill her with his van and mean Miranda. She got killed off for a while, since she was very rude and kept insulting me, prompting me to hit her every time she made fun of me, and quite frankly, she deserved it in the end. What does that fucking mean? Was she an actor? And he's just like...
Yeah.
You get what you fucking deserve!
She wouldn't shut the fuck up, so he kept hitting her? What?
Yeah. Don't bully Forensic, okay? He's very sensitive.
He's like an incel.
Incelsic?
She said it was tiny. Shit made me jump a little. It didn't help that he laughed like an absolute maniac. I got distracted again. After the episode, Happy and I killed her as a natural, beautiful team. Now that I've told you their fates, go ahead. Get closer to the bodies. Closer. The tone of Forensic voice at the last closer made me jump a bit. Hearing him, a very deadpan serial killer. Oh, that's not how I've been voicing him. Screaming at me like that was shocking. He's been Meowth as far as I can see. The problem was that I was still paralyzed, so I couldn't move that great. Come on, Garrison, stop fucking around. You don't want to end up like they did, right? Just go and get closer to the bodies. Now, goddammit. Look at me. Are you the real Happy? No. Then why do you dress up like him? And again, I jumped. This time, Forensic jumped out of the chair and started forcibly pushing me towards Tristan's body. This is the lamest confrontation ever. I heard him begin to growl and Fury turned into a werewolf. Preston was as disfigured as Kevin was. He had the same slice marks in the abdomen area. His facial skin was also gone, but was sloppier than Kevin's mutilation. He's shaking his head 5 stars. He was also laughing, but it was more forced. Forensic dug his hand to the jaw and forced it open. I had one more thing to say.
Forced.
He's this is lame. This one's not as good. I had one more thing to say to Forensic before I planned to kill him. About that sound file you left on my computer, the one that sounded like it was in a factory? What was that? Oh, it was me killing Tristan. Don't ask why, but I'd love to record people's death cries as I kill them. It's so natural to me, if you will.
He really is a JoJo villain. He has his own little catchphrase and everything.
He's like chocolate.
Yeah, he's natural.
Yeah, natural. The Japanese dub, he still says natural in English.
Yeah.
Natural. He wanted something that I could barely hear, but it was basically on lines of, damn, I need to stop saying natural. He replied with, now that you've seen Kevin and Dresden's bodies, how about you see Miranda's? Fucking shut the fuck up. It's the best in my opinion, so she deserved her fate the most. She had original sin after all. Eve ate the apple. Eve ate the apple! The happy! It's I just unlocked everything. Broke through the final mental barrier. I can see the universe. When they ate in the Garden of Eden, they didn't see the apple had a death smile. And again, I jumped and moved to her body just so that I wouldn't be screamed at by Forensic again. He's so pathetic. Don't yell at me.
It's the worst.
Possibly piss him off so much that he would murder me. He had no plan. Like the others, Miranda was barely recognizable. How did you recognize her then?
He caught her right off the bat, too. He knew who
it was. Yeah, he saw it straight away. Pieces of her flesh and organs had bite marks in them, and her limbs were dismembered. So she hadn't been dismembered, her limbs had been dismembered, so the fingers were gone, presumably. Right. Again, she was laughing, but this time I couldn't tell at first. I still had the broken mirror, and noticed Forensic was slowly holding up the second knife he sharpened in his left hand to backstab me. It's just like a JoJo fight. It's take a look. Forensic said, well, now that you got all your questions answered, it's time for you to go. No! I screamed before taking out the axe. And what do you mean taking it out?
That was his Iraqi ass pull. Yeah, that was his ass pull. He had the axe hidden in his back muscles, and he pulled
switches between a couple of items.
He was clenching his back muscles together, holding the axe, and then he unclenched, and it fell out of his shirt. And
he was unarmed. He hit down the right trigger, went to it on the weapon wheel.
Right.
He passed his quick time events.
I screamed before taking out the axe and striking his left arm. He laughed in half agony, half enjoyment while I chopped it off.
Oh my god!
After chopping off his arm, I ran out of the house, leaving the axe with him.
Why? Also, why are you confessing this all?
He's gonna stick it on the stump and be axe form forensic.
Forensic took me to court.
After chopping off his arm, I ran the house, leaving the axe with him. Outside, I've had a can of gasoline. I dumped the gasoline all over the house. When I was finished, Forensic woke up. Realizing what I was doing, he grabs the axe I had in a bag full of weapons in one hand and ran off into the woods. I got a match and burned the cabin down. He's not in there anymore. You're just destroying evidence. For a moment, it felt very satisfying to destroy Forensic's hideout in the same way he destroyed my form.
I love destroying all the evidence.
What did that accomplish?
That was awful.
I think this next one makes a good ending for the story.
Yeah, okay. Do you want me to take this one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. The ending. September 13th, 2011. The local policemen are, for the most part, assholes. Even though I work for them. When I tried to tell the officers about Forensic, most of them dismissed the story, saying it never happened. One of the officers, Robert Newport, did believe my story, albeit reluctantly. At least somebody at work believes me.
At the water cooler, he's like, no, you don't understand. It's a little apple.
Like, oh, is this that thing that you watch on your phone all day? Instead of the cases we assign you, you're watching that Apple cartoon. However, due to some money issues, I'm going to be taking a month-long break from Happy Appy. I expect to return sometime in October. See you later. And that's the ending. There was never any more published.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the rest of this garbage. We're done. We're fucking done. The curse is broken. The sun scaffolds down from the roof. Bad.
Post-credit scene, Forensic comes out the woods. Yeah. He's like, time to... Sorry, you should have waited for my death smile. I've still got a live one.
I think I'll target the Doctor Who fandom next.
Missing episodes, huh?
It's only natural for things to go missing.
He turns his head. He's like, "What do you think?" And annoying Orange like shuffles out the woods.
Hey, Happy Apple.
That was a massive... No, it wasn't. It was fucking dog shit.
That was emotionally exhausting.
That was a lot.
I don't understand what... Forensic has no power that they don't give him.
I think he just wanted to play lethal. Get on Deadlock.
Yeah. Dude, I used to play Deadlock for a while. I haven't gotten into it in a bit. I'm washed. If you play though, Dune, we have a Deadlock server.
No, I do not play.
Okay.
Desperate to get someone to play Deadlock.
No, I would rather play any other game right now. I've been playing a lot of single-player CRPGs, actually.
Wow, no
fun. Pretty much, yeah. What if you had a friend named Tanahoney, but every time you reached out to him, he had to go to bed? Think about it.
Well, every time you reach out to me at like midnight?
At your time, it's only like 4 p.m. for me. Anyway, I think we're done now. What do we do next?
Yeah.
We've got comments.
Yeah.
We do have comments. Would you care to read the comments?
Absolutely. So we got a comment from Gio Bushinioto, who is another JoJo character, I presume. I assume Diavolo sent him after the crew. Wait, so Jackson is a CIA plant, obviously, but what about Satan? By the way, I added Satan to my Tomodachi Life Island. He's reformed.
He's pretty peak.
Was he also CIA? I can't follow law. No, my law, Jackson is a CIA plant, but it's a proper thinker as like a new Satan who was the real deal, who was the big boss of chimpanzees.
Yeah, Satan was legit. He's like he's kind of like the Sukuna of the world.
They had to do like the S3 project to try and turn someone into a Satan, and they couldn't get it as good.
It's like when they tried to create Mewtwo from Mew.
Who's Revolver Ocelot then? in this song? Jane Goodall.
She plays both sides.
Revolver orangutan.
He's like laughing. He's like, "What's so funny, Goodall?" Well, charades usually are humorous. Dino Tails says, "If this war keeps going on for too long, I might have to get involved." Oh shit.
Fuck.
Anyway, can't believe we have a sequel to one of my favorite episodes. Anomalous arm the chimps with nuclear weapon. One weapon.
Just one. That's all they need.
They're gonna fight over that now. Sheffilia says, "The sequel we've all been waiting for." Also, hi. I think it's disgusting that everyone's saying they were waiting for the sequel because you were asking for another war, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I was hoping we'd never have to record an episode like that again.
Yeah, and here we are. I actually got sad at the end of that episode when I was reading about Baisie's friend dog. I was like, war is truly atrocious.
He was just a fucking kid, man.
He was just a fucking kid.
He was like 50. Was he like a 50-year-old monkey?
He was 50, just a fucking kid.
He's just a fucking kid, dude.
Comedy Man Kelp says, "This gentleman on the thumbnail intrigues me. I find myself questioning, is friend or foe? What are his machinations, his long-term goals? What does he know of the world around him? Must investigate further. That's Satan, and he will never understand him. He will not be the one to teach him what love is."
That's the man who brings down heaven.
That is a calamity. Free Yellow Arrow says, the banana herd around the world was what kicked off the chimpanzee war. One of Jackson's eyebrows perk up. You have my attention. Now tell me more about this banana republic.
I love that this seems to be a series of bits Croquet's pitching.
Croquet couldn't decide which one to comment. Then the next one is Charlie Kirk and the Chimpanzee War. This one needs work. It's not really got much to it.
That's it. And the Kirk Pansy War.
It's like, that should be called, like, Is This Anything? And then I'm legit sobbing in my car at the scene with Daisy and BF. It's like one of those sad backstories in Dan to Dan. We are so cooked. Guare says, SMH, no 3 hour long happy episodes.
And there never will be.
Yeah, no, this was it.
We should like compile all the happy episodes and release that as a separate thing. It's like happy to fall asleep to.
Happy. Dog.
10 hours of happy lore to fall asleep to.
Is there 10 hours of lore? If you include all the episode lists, actually, probably.
We should ask We should ask Henry Cavill. He seems to be the lore master.
The guardian of the culture.
Dude, I know I'm gonna get shit from at least one person about the Warhammer stuff. It's in the comments.
I'm sure.
The Quaker button there says Dune wasn't prepared for the horrors of chimp warfare. Who is?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
You should never be prepared for war.
It's dark. It's fucked up.
It's the shape of our fucking world. Mr. Diamond Door 1014 says, the podcast continuation was promised to me 3,000 years ago. Creepcast covered Happy in its entirety, and I have to say, it was the most boring and exhausting episode I've ever sat through.
Sounds familiar.
Please read SCP-783. There was a quick man desperately throwing a recommendation at us. Please read this.
Here's my thing. I asked Han. I was like, someone told me about one of your SCPs. Let's read it. And he's like, sure. After Happy. I've been in hell for a month.
We couldn't just not give Happy an ending. I think we cut it off at a good point.
It's important in the culture.
Yeah,
maybe
the culture.
Yeah, we cut it off at the stem.
And not a Swedish Skinwalker says, I condemn the second chimpanzee war. Good. Now we just gotta wait for the chimpanzee that will change the shape of this chimpanzee world.
I need to make it a kinder jungle than this. Do you think Satan was out there creating the fucking 10th world over and over?
I have nothing. That was exhausting. That took everything out of me.
You were the biggest shooter for Happy.
I was, and now I'm like, it started pissing me off.
I thoroughly enjoyed the last bit where we got to see the twisted mind of Forensic.
That was great.
So I have a theory about Happy, and I wasn't around when Happy was around either, so take it with a grain of salt.
When he was
but I have a theory because some creepypastas back in the day did this, where it was originally a much shorter story, and it got some popularity, so they kept adding to it because they thought people thought they were a great writer, and it was just like, it became more and more like garbage. That's my theory.
That's your happy theory.
Yeah. Because that's kind of what it feels like, because it feels like it kind of had a coherent point, and then like after the 9/11 stuff, it really like drops off into randomness. Like Forensics introduced, and there's all this Nickelodeon cast plot, and it's just like, what's the fuck is going on here, dog?
Yeah, that's possible.
I agree. And I think it's very important to the culture, because you wouldn't have The Great Gatsby without Happy.
No, you wouldn't.
That's true.
It's the blueprint.
Alright, well thank you all for watching, and hey, maybe we'll even see you next time. Bye!
Bye!
Goodbye. Goodbye.